So today we're going to talk about a phrase that you've probably heard before as it relates to your deadlift or any of your pulls. And that phrase is getting the slack out of the bar. We're going to talk about what it means and the best ways to go about it. A lot of this explanation is going to be anecdotal and self-inventive, so it is probably flawed, but nonetheless, here we go. Okay? What you're trying to do when you get the slack out of the bar is two things. You're trying to eliminate any element of dynamic loading, and you're trying to create a system via tension. Okay? So let's break that down. What is dynamic loading? Dynamic loading is like this. Here's 2.5 pounds. I rest 2.5 pounds on my foot, it doesn't hurt. And then if I conversely dropped it from up here, it would hurt quite a bit. Now, how does that relate to your deadlift? In your deadlift, you're trying to get rid of any dynamic loading because it causes a jerk, a yank. It disrupts the pull when you initiate it. And this analogy will hopefully help you understand that, all right? Here we go. We got car A and we got car B. And car A is going to tow car B. Car B is broken down, okay? Now car A attaches a chain to both frames, but then it neglects to do the most important part of this procedure and get the chain taut. It leaves a bunch of slack in the chain. And when car A takes off, and let's say it's going 40 miles per hour, when this thing finally lengthens out, something violent happens. Something explodes, rips apart, the chain snaps. Whatever happens, it happens because of the dynamic loading of that system, okay? Now, as this relates to your deadlift, you need to become a unit before you pull this thing off the floor. This is real easy in your squat and your press and your bench press because the system gets created through compression. You take a bar out of your rack on your squat, you don't have to try to make that happen because the bar is compressing you. You are a system whether you want to be one or not. The deadlift is tougher. The deadlift is resting on the floor. You've got to get some percentage of this load running through your body, the whole thing, before you pick it up so that you don't have this violent loading occur, okay? There's some ways you can go about that. Iron is really nifty because when you when you get the slack out of the bar, when you create a system, in your deadlift with iron plates, it makes a noise. Okay? And that noise is just simply the plate sleeve pulling up on the top part of the plate hole. Okay? When that happens, once you move, you should have a full unit movement. There should not be you acting on the bar. It should be just a system doing a conformed movement. All right? And that happens when you create a system via tension, when you've gotten the slack out of the bar. So, just to overview, the best way to do this is to feel the weight running through your entire body. Not just your arms, not just your back, but your legs too, before you pull this load. And that way you will have a nice clean initiation of your pull, and you won't experience more than what's on the bar. Okay? You'll actually experience just the weight. All right? I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions on what dynamic loading or how you can better create this system before you pull, please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you.